The Rothman Institute presents Take 5 on Hawks All Access.
Hawk fans, the end of the academic calendar year here on Hawk Hill, just about at least. And with that end of the academic year comes the end of tennis season. It starts all the way back in the summer and comes through fall and winter and now into spring. And with that comes the Atlantic 10 Tennis Championships. And joining us from the women's tennis team is one of those participants, junior Kelly Mulquin. Hi.
Hi. Shake.
Nice to see you. Yeah, handshake. I like that. That's good. First question for you. Think back to when you were younger. How'd you get into tennis? What got you started?
That's an easy question. My older brother, Patrick, he has always loved tennis, and it's interesting because no one else in my family plays tennis. My grandfather was an Olympian for kayaking, and my dad's whole family plays basketball. And Patrick loved tennis, and so I kind of just followed him into it, and that's how I got started.
Brother-sister rivalry a little bit?
Oh, absolutely.
Sibling games going back and forth?
Absolutely. I was home for Easter, and we played a match, and we're not allowed to keep score, so yeah, definitely.
Who did you watch growing up on the professional level?
That's a good question. I always loved Agassi. I've loved the Williams sisters, and lately I've been liking Cibulkova a lot.
Okay, all good influences. As far as you, I know you play a lot of singles matches. Obviously, you're playing a match though for the team in that sense. How do you, how do you keep your focus on that? That it is a singles match, but at the same time, you are participating for a team. You're trying to win for the good of the Hawks.
That's a good question. Sometimes it's hard because you're taught to kind of focus on your own individual record. And I think what I do is I kind of try to put it in perspective. Like, you always kind of have to think about who you're playing for. And I'm playing for my coach and my teammates in St. Joe's. And, sometimes it's tough to kind of play as a team and kind of know how your teammates are doing. You're always on different courts. But when you can, root them on. Or if you see someone struggling, just kind of try and cheer them on.
You ever get an indication in terms of how it's going or by body language? Can you tell?
Yeah, definitely. I think the older we get, the better we are at kind of controlling our emotions. But I definitely, I play 4 singles, and so there's a freshman and a sophomore at 5 and 6, and they're right next to me, and I can usually tell if they're having a hard time.
Well, yeah, especially freshmen, I feel like body language is probably a little easier to interpret because the maturity isn't quite there just yet on the court.
I'm so impressed with them, but yeah, every once in a while you'll see.
Excellent. Well, what made you choose St. Joseph's? What brought you here?
Definitely Ian, Coach Kirkenden, was my first kind of introduction to St. Joe's, and he's just extremely experienced and knowledgeable, and he was so honest with me. He was what brought me to St. Joe's, but now that I'm here, I mean, just the community and being a part of just such a great community, and I love the Catholic influence, and I love that St. Joe's is so tight-knit, and I'm just so proud to be a Hawk. It's a great place to be. Well,
we're happy to have you here. Favorite place for you to go out to eat and relax with your teammates after a match?
Fair enough. Well, usually we're on the road, so usually we stop at a gas station or something, but if we have kind of time and we're here, we really like this place called Roly Polies.
Okay.
So it's pretty good. Okay,
good to know. What kind of food?
Wraps and sandwiches.
Wraps and sandwiches?
Best.
Sounds good. Last question for you. If you have one ideal doubles partner, you could pick anyone you want for a doubles match. Anyone in the world. Who is it? Who's your partner?
It's a good one. Any sport, anything?
Yeah, anybody. I mean, you could, if you wanted to choose the president or whoever you wanted.
You know what? I'm a big basketball fan. I think there used to be that show, the Shaq versus, and he'd try all those different sports.
Right.
I think I'd like to play with like a basketball player, like a LeBron James or something, and just kind of see if the athleticism kind of translates.
He would be someone I feel like that would be able to do it, right?
Definitely.
With his athletic ability, they always talk about him playing football and being able to play all these other sports. I bet he could probably play tennis. Probably have a wicked serve, too.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, Kelly Mulquin, you have survived Take 5. I appreciate you stopping by, and best of luck out in Ohio.
Of course, thank you.
That is junior Kelly Mulquin, our guest here on Take 5 on St. Joseph's All Access. Of course, Kelly and the women's tennis team will be headed out to Mason, Ohio. It's this coming Thursday for the Atlantic 10 Championships. Mason, Ohio, by the way, for random info and knowledge, Hawk fans, the hometown of one George Clooney at one time. So that's what we bring you, information here on St. Joseph's All Access. For Kelly Mulquin, I'm Matt Martucci. Thanks for watching.